Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a psychic reading on Jamie Lynn Spears. Yes, this has been asked by a lot of you for me to do that. Those of you that are not aware of who she is, Miss Jamie is the sister of Britney Spears. She is, according to, I'm going to give you some of the background information for those of you that are not aware of who Jamie Lynn Spears is. She is 28 years old. She was born April 4th, 1991. She is about 5'5". She is married to Jamie Watson. They married in 2014. And she has two children, okay? Her parents are Lynn and Jamie Spears. So, I'm going to give you the tea. Let me just pull up a photograph. See, I kind of just use a photograph when I'm reading them. So I have here one with her sister Britney. Maybe y'all can see that. And I'm going to just tune into her energy. Okay, so I feel like she's very protective of Britney. I feel like she does not like what is happening to her sister. She's very different from Britney. Where Britney, I feel like, has gone through mental breakdown and has gone through all kinds of... Poor girl. She is a poor... I still call Britney a girl because I think she's eternally still young at heart, and I feel like she's gone through hell and back, and she is just so talented, but so is Jamie. Jamie's a total sweetheart. I love Jamie. I love her energy and, you know, the kindness in her soul. Wasn't she like on Zoe 101 or something? When I tune into her photograph and her energy, I feel like, you know, she's just very much the mom. She wanted to take a different trajectory in her career than Britney, rather than getting just into music and just doing that. Being an actress for her is just something that's always intrigued her and always has made her feel connected, you know, in some way to her sister. But I feel like she's very protective of her. They have a great relationship. I feel like at times there may have been a darker period between her and Britney where they were not together, but what I get right now is that they are very much connected. For Jamie, I keep saying Britney. For Jamie, I feel like she is someone who wants to protect Britney, but also her children. She is a mama bear, and also her parents. She's very protective of her family, period. So, I feel like there's a lot of positivity around her. She has great support. I do feel like she can second guess herself and doubt herself. There's a lot also riding on her shoulders, because I feel like because she is sisters with Britney Spears, is that she has to kind of like prove herself to everyone in the industry, which she really doesn't have to. She has her own identity. She is her own woman. But there's a lot of people that kind of come up and want to compare them, or they want to like go up to her and be like, hey Jamie, you know, I heard about your sister Britney, and I'm so sorry, or blah blah blah. Basically people trying to use her and go through her to get some kind of information, or fish for information for Britney. And so it's like, you know, at the end of the day, just leave them alone, you know, let them be. They are beautiful people. I love Britney Spears. I've always been a fan, and Jamie, you know, I think she's been amazing in her own career. And I feel like for Jamie, the sky's the limit if she really applies to herself. I do pick up in 2020 though that she needs to pay attention to her health. I don't know what she's going through personally, but I feel like this may be around the tummy area, and that's what I pick up on, like some sensitivity and also some hormone changes as well. I think any woman that gives birth to more than one child, y'all do, I mean, the physiology, I'm not going to get into it, but y'all, the bodies do undergo changes. And my ladies out there, am I right or am I right? Now, some of you may, you know, bounce back. Some of you go through changes. So for Jamie, I feel like there is some consciousness about her body, you know, compared to her sister Britney. I feel like Britney is a lot more active and more sporty, whereas Jamie may not be so motivated to do that, and her body again could suffer because of that. But I feel for the most part she takes good care of herself, and so that is very much good. As far as the relationship with her partner, I feel like they are soulmates and they came together to be together for now. But I feel like eventually, you know, things are going to change, and nothing lasts forever. People change, and I feel like there may be a split that will become public at some point. You know, I don't see her spouse being her the man in her life forever, and it's just something that I don't see. And I know that that sounds redundant because I say that about a lot of celebrities, but the future is unwritten. You have to understand that. Right now, this is what I see. It could change, you know, but I don't feel like that. I feel like there are problems that we don't know about, that the public doesn't see, but that they would be going through. And I think that's every couple out there, right? That every person out there goes through their own battles, their own insecurities. And let me look at his photograph so I can give you a little bit more, because I haven't seen her boo, or who he would be. Let me see. Jamie Watson. Okay, I like him. I have a picture of him here, actually, with her. That's him. I feel like he is, when I look at him, he's very much about her. Let me see here. Let me just see a different photograph. You know, he can be kind of goofy, and he can make her laugh, and I feel like he's just a great person. But I also feel like there could be some changes in his own self, like things that he is thinking about, you know, that are different and vary from Jamie. And I know that they have known each other for quite some time, right? But I just feel like that something is off here. Something is very different when I tune into his energy. So he's a businessman, and a celebrity spouse. He's my age. I believe he's 37. He was born May 29th. Shout out Gemini. He's a Gemini. In 1982. Okay, so he's 37 then, because I'm 37, and I was born May 26th. I'm older than him. But yeah, I really feel like he's like a great person. I'm just going to look at some more photographs of him and her. I feel like he is going through something himself. There could be some emotional issues with his own family, and I feel like they have created 2 beautiful children, and they have their own family now. But I feel like he's going through some changes on a very mental level. And I'm not saying he's crazy or anything like that, but I am saying that on a very emotional level, there could be some depression that he holds on to. I feel like Jamie vibrates on a very high level of perkiness, and her aura is just so bright. She brings sunshine to everywhere she's at. She's really a sweet person. I mean, I don't know her personally. I've never met Jamie, but that's what I get from her and from what Spirit is showing me. Him, I feel like he can be kind of critical of other people that are especially new people, and it could take him time to warm up to them. But I feel like for him, you know, there's going to be, since there is a little bit of an age gap between the both of them, I feel like for the most part they can make it work. But for him, I feel like his ideals and fatherhood is changing him. And I feel like at some point it may become where Jamie wants to do other things that other than just being a mom, being more of the career, you know, person. And for him, it's going to be like he's going to have to take more of the responsibility of being the mom in the family. So I feel like they definitely, you know, have a lot in common. But I also feel like their personalities can be quite different. And I feel like there is a codependency on Jamie, you know, when it comes to to Jamie. Jamie Watson. It's just crazy that they're both named Jamie. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But for him, you know, I feel like there may be like where he kind of like looks towards Jamie Lynn to, I'm going to say Jamie Lynn because they're both Jamies, Jamie Lynn to bring him happiness in his life. And at some point, you know, I feel like he's going to battle some kind of coping mechanisms that are, could be like, I don't want to say dependencies, but they could be in some way. And it's money. I feel like there's a potential for money to be lost. I feel like with Jamie, Jamie Lynn, she's gonna continue to be successful and create money, you know, through her projects and through all the stuff that she's doing. But for him, there's something about investments, something about some legal scandals on the horizon. There could be like a lawsuit that he's involved in where he sues somebody, or vice versa. But I keep seeing that. I also feel like for them, at some point, I feel like Jamie Lynn and her husband Jamie, they both want to like get out of the spotlight. Even though I feel like she will continue to be, like I said, in the career and in the entertainment industry, etc. I feel like there is a point where they want privacy and they want to stay away from the public eye. I feel like there are some things that are going to come out to the light, and like I said, I feel like if they do split up in the future, it would be something where they still remain friends forever and amicable. I don't feel like it would be something sour, but I don't foresee that happening right now. But in the long term, that is something that very much could be happening and factored into all of this. But you know, I feel like for Jamie, she's going to be experiencing a lot of opposition, a lot of competition. So the roles that she may get, I know that she landed in Netflix, was it The Magnolias, something like that? A role, congratulations, by the way. But there's going to be other opportunities for her. You know, I feel like there's movies that eventually she's going to get in, but there's going to be a lot of competition with other people, and I feel like these other people are mainly women that are kind of vile and very just catty, very petty when it comes to their interactions with Jamie. And they may, you know, feel like because she's Britney Spears' sister that she has always had things handed to her, you know, or opportunities given to her because of whose sister she's related to, you know, who she's related to. But she's very talented in her own, and for her, that she needs to remind herself, if she does encounter that opposition, you know, which I'm pretty sure she already has, you know, early on in her career, but to continue to be strong. As far as like another child, it's very possible, you know, it's very possible that there is another child. She's young still, but we'll have to just see and wait and see how that all turns out for Miss Jamie Lynn. And I keep seeing something about music as well, so I don't know if she still wants to ever work in music again or create an album, but I keep seeing something about music later on. This could be like an album later on. She feels this inkling to do that. I see her also looking at photographs and daisies and like white walls with daisies and portraits of flowers, floral schemes, bringing a lot of light again into her environment. A lot of redecorating she's going to be doing this year. Just going to be very busy, a busy year for her. I do feel like, again, her health is very important for her, but I also feel like she may eventually go into cosmetics and branching out and kind of creating her own entrepreneur type of thing as well. I see her like in magazine covers, so there may be like something about, you know, a magazine cover for her 2 or, you know, 3. She's gonna have, you know, her own exposure this year. I feel like 2020 is a very pivotal year for her career, where we're gonna see a lot more of Miss Jamie Lynn. So you know, as far as the future for Britney, I feel like she is gonna always make sure that Britney is okay and that Britney has her her career, you know, and that she is you know, around good people, because when it comes to Jamie, she's very different than Britney. I feel like she really doesn't have a problem telling you, you know, she can be sweet, but she also is not going to tolerate what the media has done to Britney, which is basically, you know, raise this woman up from a girl, you know, to a woman, and elevated her, and she was a superstar. You know, she's still a superstar in my opinion, but then they tore her to pieces, you know, through the media, through her meltdown, and everything was so public and so publicized. It was so vile, and it still is, you know, when it comes to Britney, how the media treats her and people. So that's my reading for Miss Jamie Lynn Spears. I want to thank you all, my rays of light, for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, okay? And be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell icon. And until next time, blessings and love and light. Bye.